Yo, 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 yo. And make sure I'm on. Why does it have this generic thumbnail up there when I change the thumbnail? Give me a second, y'all. Give me 1 second. What's good, Trayvon? Just okay. Now the thumbnail's fine. I don't know why I did that. Let me check it again. Let me refresh. Uh, Give me a second. Okay. It has a thumbnail. I want it. Um. First and foremost, don't mind the background. I'm in the process of moving yet again, so that's why you see the boxes right there. That's why this side of the desk is pretty barren. And also, do not be surprised or like say anything if I end up tearing while doing the stream. I've already to be completely transparent. I already teared up at this news, but I wouldn't be surprised if it came back on again, just talking about some of the things I'm going to talk about in this stream. I'm really just making this kind of just to put my thoughts out there, I suppose. I also just feel obligated since this is a anime channel and as you'll hear, I mean, I don't think I would be doing that. This may not even be a channel if it wasn't for Akira Toriyama. So that's the real first things first. Rest in peace, Akira Toriyama. Passed away, I think at age 68, which I mean, he still had a lot of years left to live, but when it's your time to go, it's your time to go. And even with him passing at only 68, the amount of lives he's touched in that amount of time it's astronomical. It's astronomical. What is good? I'm probably gonna fuck up your name. Eliak, Eliak 55. Rest in peace, Toriyama. Rest in peace to Goat. Hold it back tears, man. Yeah. The news hit me heavy for sure. So Dragon Ball, I'm included in the entire franchise. Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Super, GT, whatever you want to say. Dragon Ball for me has always been a series where, at least up until I read Dragon Ball, I think this was maybe like 3 years ago that I read it. Dragon Ball has always just been a fun series for me. It was never really a series that I looked at as a masterpiece, but it was a super fun series. And it is safe to say that it was a gateway for many people, including myself, to get into other anime. Now, for the most part, I always attribute Naruto for being that gateway anime for me, because I think Naruto made me seek out other anime, but Dragon Ball had to have been my first anime that I ever watched. I think there's no doubt about that. I think, of course, I have the experience watching it on Toonami, as I'm sure many people in my age bracket would. I even remember when I had, it's called Bright House. It may be a different cable provider for everybody else. Bright House, Spectrum, Some people have Verizon. I remember watching Dragon Ball episodes on demand, and it would never have all the episodes included on demand. So I would just be watching like mixed match episodes, just basically trying to get a hit. Nigga, I was addicted to it. What's good, Berleezy? Berleezy for president. What's good, Vegeta Blue? Thank you for everything, Toriyama. May he rest well. I remember watching Dragon Ball Z Kai every Saturday on CW Kids. Blah. I know what you mean. What's good, EA? You can see the boxes, EA. By the way, you don't see no manga there. So, only reason I have my setup still is because I have to still use my PC, but that's pretty much the only thing I have set up. Everything else is pretty much in boxes, but that's neither here nor there. I just kind of want to talk about my experience with Dragon Ball. So, and this, I don't feel like this is going to be super unique, but again, I'm gonna just tell my story. So, as a black man, where I wouldn't say I lived in like a crazy neighborhood or anything like that, but for the most part, low to middle class neighborhoods I lived in. Usually my experience going to school, like being on certain bus stops and stuff, it wasn't the best. It wasn't like the best environment. I say all of that to say anime just wasn't something that was super accepted, and I'm pretty sure other people had this experience too. Again, especially if you're in my age bracket or even older, anime wasn't looked at something cool at all. It's not like how it is now. Even though I'm sure people probably kids probably still had to go through their own trials and tribulations with things not being looked at or regarded as cool, whatever. But I definitely think it was a lot worse back in the day, back in ye olden days. So the stuff that I liked growing up, that being Yu-Gi-Oh, Dragon Ball, I used to like Inuyasha, all those anime that you find on Toonami. That wasn't something that was generally accepted in my community. In regards or in reference to the black community in general, that wasn't the thing that you did. You know what I mean? But something was weird, right? Because like I said, you can ask most black people this in my age bracket. Dragon Ball was probably the first anime that people just accepted. Is it the oldest anime? No, it's no. But it was one of the first anime that people may not have looked at as cool, but if you watch Dragon Ball, they'll probably leave you alone. Maybe Pokemon could be in that same light too, but I think that's because people, I know this distinction is going to sound stupid, but people regarded Pokemon as a cartoon rather than an anime. You know, when you give an anime label back in the day, when you're acknowledging that you're watching some Japanese shit, that you reading subtitles and all that shit, it gives it a stigma that's different than an American cartoon. It may not make sense, but that's how things were. Perception is reality. Bright House was the best until Spectrum came in. Long live the great Akira Toriyama. But yeah, anime generally wasn't accepted for me growing up, but Dragon Ball was the exception. Dragon Ball was the exception. And it's pretty easy to see why, because it was a series that people wanted to emulate. People wanted to try to go Super Saiyan. People tried to use Kamehameha, Gallic Gun, instant transmission. And for that, it will always have an iconic badge stamped to it. I don't think, for me at least, I don't think there's any series, any anime series, any manga series that's as iconic as Dragon Ball. The series is impacted not just within shonen, but just within manga in general, because I'm pretty sure you ask your favorite mangaka who their favorite mangaka is, Akira Toriyama might be amongst those people. It wouldn't be a surprise to anybody to hear that, because it was a series, and it still is a series that was full of life, fun, and for whatever reason, it just resonated with everybody. It resonated with everybody, and it spread all over the world. Like, it's kind of crazy to think about that I'm in America. This is a Japanese man who created this silly gag series that, as me, as a 26-year-old man, am damn near in tears talking about. And also forgive me for rambling too, because I'm going to ramble a lot. I don't have anything written down, so I'm just talking. What is good, Nathaniel? This is why this is a series, and I won't spoil it for anybody, but a series that I really enjoy the ending of, but is very controversial to the community at large, is Danganronpa V3. Again, I won't spoil it. I'm just going to talk about one of the themes in it. So the ending, one of the themes that you glean from it, or that it kind of drills into you, is at how fiction can change reality. And Dragon Ball is one of those instances, because I seriously think that this series is not just a gateway anime or manga to get you into other anime or manga. It is a gateway series for friendships. No exaggeration. I mean, I'm in a Discord where it's an anime Discord for the most part. I mean, we talk about other stuff, but I think the foundation of a lot of communities like that are anime. And if you look deep into it, you could trace it down to Dragon Ball being a common denominator with a lot of people, and the connections they made through anime. I think Dragon Ball, and by extension Akira Toriyama, sit at the helm of all the friendships that may have started because of anime. You become friends with people a lot of times through common interests, vicinity and stuff of that nature. But and even if you didn't literally become friends with someone because they watched Dragon Ball, you got to kind of think about it in a way that Dragon Ball influenced a lot of series that you guys may have connected with. And you had to kind of give it respect as this like progenitor of so many different things. Like I said, influence with other manga and anime, friendships that may have started either through being directly at the center, or through the series that it's impacted. One Piece and Naruto creators paid the respects to Toriyama. Yeah, I seen the Oda thing. I didn't see the Kishimoto thing yet. It's funny enough too, because so I make a lot of like parody songs where I'm talking as a mangaka, where I'm like, of course I'm not like, I'm not saying stuff that I think that the authors would say, but I'm kind of like doing this caricature of a mangaka with these parody songs. And Akira Toriyama is the one person I haven't done. I've thought about it though. I did it with Tagashi. I did it with Kishimoto. I've done it with Hiro Mashima. I've done it with Oda. I haven't done it with Akira Toriyama yet. But yeah, neither here nor there. But yeah, this is a series that touched the lives of so many different people. I've always given it respect for this because I don't think I gave it its flowers for everything it's done. But I've always gave it respect in this regard. Dragon Ball, and I'm talking about Dragon Ball, Kid Goku, Lunch. You know what I mean? Kuririn, Kuririn, Krillin. Krillin with no bitches. You know what I'm saying? Tien with bitches. I'm talking about that Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball had the best tournament arcs in any shonen. I've said this before I don't think I've said it on this channel, but I've definitely said it on my Twitch before. Because I always look at people when they talk about the best tournament arcs, and then the common names I always hear are the Dark Tournament arc. You hear the Chunin exams, of course. What is another one that people like to bring up? Chunin exams, Dark Tournament arc. What's another one that people like to bring up? I don't think Bleach had any. I don't think people bring up Heaven's Arena in that regard. I'm definitely missing like a big. I mean, I could just look this up. Best tournament arcs in anime. Okay. They actually do have Heaven's Arena on here. Duelist Kingdom. That's a good one. But I don't really see people bring that up. The sports festival for My Hero. I have heard that. The Grand Magic Games. I've heard that from Fairy Tail. Battle City. I don't think I've heard that. I'm missing the sports series. Haikyuu. I'm pretty sure they have Slam Dunk in here somewhere. Tournament of Power. That's another one I see brought up. But so Cell Games. I see that too. But those Dragon Ball arcs, at least in my opinion, the 21st Budokai Tenkaichi, the 22nd Budokai Tenkaichi, the 23rd Budokai Tenkaichi, all the conclusions to those fights. The 21st being Jackie Chun versus Goku, the 22nd one being Tien versus Goku, the 23rd one being Piccolo versus Goku. Those arcs are special. And I've always wanted it to get its due respect because, like I said, when tournament arcs are brought up, for whatever reason, those arcs are constantly ignored, despite mostly all those fights. Not even just talking about like the last fight of the tournament, which those are always gas, but even the fights leading up to it are pretty fun or pretty good. It's some special stuff, and that with all those tournament arcs, I'm not saying Akira Toriyama is the creator of tournament arcs, but he definitely made it cool for shonen heads to have that be a staple in their series, almost to the point where it feels like every battle shonen kind of you're waiting for a tournament arc. You know what I mean? Again, not every battle shonen is going to have it, but like I said, it almost feels like you're going to wait for it because of what the precedent that Dragon Ball set. It's one of the easiest way to showcase a ensemble cast of characters, have everybody be in one group and show off all their stuff, while also limiting the stakes to where death doesn't need to be a consequence, like a war or something. What's good, Morgan? So definitely got to give him credit for that because he definitely set the precedent with tournaments, and I think he deserves a lot of respect for what he put forth. And that's kind of crazy to think about, having 5 arcs that you could possibly regard as iconic in that sense. I say the 21st, 22nd, 23rd. Some people may bring up Cell Games. Some people may bring up Tournament of the Power. And honestly, even though I'm not that big of a fan of Tournament of Power, you can definitely make a case for it, especially with Goku versus Jiren being something that broke the internet. It had everybody tuned in, so its impact is definitely there. You had to say it. Root to the progenitor. Always respect those that set the tone for the future. You got to. Yeah, man. And a lot of mangaka, like I said, a lot of your favorite battle shonen mangaka, whether it be Oda, Yoshihiro Togashi, Kishimoto, they've paid their respects to Dragon Ball in some way, shape, or form. I mean, if it's not a crossover, it's the color scheme, like with Naruto's jumpsuit being orange and blue, similar to Goku's gi. Whether it be Tagashi literally referencing Dragon Ball and some of his nin abilities that he had. One of the prince's bodyguards had an ability that was, or one of the princes, I should say, had a nin beast whose ability is very similar to a Genki Dama, Spirit Bomb, and Dragon Ball. And there was something else like within the series where Dragon Ball was referenced, but you get the point. It's a series that everybody respects for inspiring them and setting the standard. Toriyama is up there with Osamu Tezuka regarding impact and influences on anime and manga globally. What's good, Midnight? What's up, y'all? Sad day, unfortunately. It's sad, but at the same time, and this is with not just Toriyama, just with any passing, you want to remember the good times and celebrate the life that they celebrate the life that they led and the lives that they impacted up until their death. Because the thing that life is all about, and the reason why we as humans need each other, it's all about touching the lives of other people and impacting them in a positive way. You could think about that. He's just somebody that wrote a manga. You know what I mean? I don't know what Toriyama's plan was. I'm not going to claim to know what his plan was, but he just made a fun manga that I'm sure he thought was a silly concept in the beginning, and it kind of just evolved into one of the biggest things in media, which is crazy to think about. One of the biggest things in media it became. And that also goes to show you, especially if you're a content creator, in any avenue. It doesn't have to be art. It doesn't have to be manga. It could be any form of media or anything that's going to impact people. Really, you could be a creator of anything. You don't know where things will lead to, and that silly idea that you may have that people may laugh at could blossom into something like this. If you went back in time and asked Toriyama when he was a kid making Dragon Ball, I'm pretty sure he wouldn't have believed that things would have gotten to this point with grown ass men who got inspired by his manga and created stuff that people may regard as even better than his shit. But it don't matter, man, because he was the inspiration. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. To this day, people still do Goku comparisons. Can this character be Goku? Can this character be Goku? That's the impact that fiction art can have on people, and got to give him respect. Got to give him respect. Want to maybe put on "Good Times" by Kanye. What's good, Karen? Oh, there was some other stuff I wanted to say. I kind of got to get my thoughts together because I'm really just rambling on. Man, the way Toriyama has impacted every facet of animation across the globe in references, writing, tropes, and design is insane. His legacy will last centuries, bro. He literally fairly odd parents reference Dragon Ball Z, with Timmy using like a Kamehameha in one of those movies. I forgot what the movie is called, but if anybody remembers that movie with the remote, Fairly Odd Parents, you know what I'm talking about. It's insane to think about, and I truly don't believe that I will see an anime or manga have this level of influence. I know One Piece is, the biggest thing ever now, but man, Dragon Ball, bro. Your mama know who Goku is, bro. Your grandma probably know who Goku is. She was probably there, listening in on your stupid ass trying to go Super Saiyan while you thought nobody was there. You know what I mean? All the games to this day. I mean, it's another Dragon Ball game that's yet to come out that, I'm pretty sure people are going to tap in and buy that. That's going to influence another generation, bro. The influence of Dragon Ball has lasted for decades, man. Decades. This shit came out in the 80s. It's 2024. This shit came out in the 80s, y'all. It's 2024. Niggas still talking about it. It's still relevant. And it's not even like it was one of those, it's one of those things that like just dying down. No. It's insane. It's actually insane. Favorite moment of Dragon Ball? Give me a second on that. You ever played the old DBZ games? Man, I played all of them shits. I used to whoop my cousin's ass all the time. My starting five used to look something like I'm really talking about Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 3. That I used to beat his ass in. And it was crazy too, because that was his game. I used to come over his house and spank him. Beat him in his own home court. Wild shit. And we used to play 5-on-5 on that game. And I think I don't remember how my lineup looked exactly, but I know some of the key players I had. I used to love using Super 17, Omega Shenron. I used to always have like a human in my lineup because I used to love rushing people out the gate. Because if you don't know, humans only needed like 2 keys or bars to do the first super attack, whatever you want to call it. So I used to like using characters like Videl, for example. I think I usually had like some Trunks in there. Sometimes I like to use Tien. Sometimes I like to use Piccolo. I never really used any of the Boos, so I don't think Boo was in there. And maybe some variation of Goku. I will get into the favorite moment in Dragon Ball, though. Give me a second. Favorite characters, I'll say that too. Pretty much every American cartoon referenced Dragon Ball in some way. Did you read Oda Kishimoto's letters? I have not. Devontae, 40 years of Dragon Ball is crazy, man. It's crazy. No signs of dying down either. But to answer the questions, favorite moment in Dragon Ball, that's kind of tough. So that's really hard for me to say because I don't want to pick a favorite moment in the entirety of the franchise. So I'll just instead, I don't know if you wanted the question answered this way, but I'll instead do like a favorite moment from Dragon Ball and one from Dragon Ball Z. That's kind of what I want to do. So if I had to pick my favorite moment in Dragon Ball, OG Dragon Ball, we talk about Flying Nimbus, Power Pole days. If I had to pick my favorite moment, it's got to be in one of the tournaments. Honestly, it would probably have to be Goku versus Jackie Chun in the 21st Budokai Tenkaichi. And if I had to pick a very specific moment in that fight, I guess it would have to be the stuff that led up to the fight. Just in general, that fight is very iconic for what it meant rather than, I mean, they were throwing hands too, but what that fight meant was Roshi being a person that taught Goku and seeing his limitless potential and realizing that he needed to be humbled to some degree for fear of him turning out to be, power hungry, just as he's seen with, I forgot the other fighting dojo name, but seeing he didn't want another Tien situation. So, he needed Goku to be humbled so that he would realize there's still more for him to learn. He didn't want him to be a know-it-all. So it wasn't just a fight for like Roshi to win or anything. It was to, I guess, help with Goku's legacy and help him love the art of learning how to fight rather than just fighting itself. And yeah, I think that fight Goku transformed into his great eight, or no, or he was about to. I think he either did or was about to. I know Roshi destroyed the moon in that fight, which was sick as hell. Oh man, but that was my favorite moment in Dragon Ball. Jackie Chun versus Goku. Favorite moment in Dragon Ball Z? Favorite moment in Dragon Ball Z? Oh, I really, really got to think about that. Let me go by saga to see if it's there. So, full transparency, Saiyan Saga is my favorite saga, but I don't know if my favorite moment is in there. Saiyan Saga, I don't think my favorite moment is in there. Because if it was anything from that saga, it would have to be the Vegeta, something within the Vegeta versus everyone fight. Because he was jumping the shit out of him. What's good, Sig? Been a while, but I just wanted to stop by and say rest in peace to the GOAT. Appreciate you, Sig. Is it in a free? Is it an Namek saga? I don't think so. I don't think it's in the Namek saga either. Actually, Hold on. Hold on. I'm just thinking about some moments. Hold on. I don't know if I want to pick that. I don't know if that's my favorite moment. Nah, bro. Yo, so full transparency, man. I'm sort of a sick dude sometimes. And also, I don't like Vegeta. So I know that's crazy to say, especially when I'm hyping Toriyama, showing my respects and whatnot, but I don't like Vegeta. I fucking hate the guy. All right. So while a lot of people's favorite moments might be the whole Vegeta, even you, Kakarot, that whole farewell thing, his sacrifice. You know what I mean? It's not much of a sacrifice if that's your last resort, but you know what I mean? My favorite moment my favorite moment is probably when Frieza killed Vegeta. It's probably when Frieza killed Vegeta for the first time. Oh, thinking about it, I'm like, I was trying to stop myself from saying this. I'm like, I don't think that's my favorite moment, but anytime I think about it, it brings me great joy. So it might as well be my favorite moment. I keep laughing anytime I think about it. So I'm gonna get more into that. Let me read what Six said. My favorite Z moment has to be Vegeta. He said it too. Vegeta's sacrifice, or really anything to do with Majin Vegeta for Super, is when Goku Black created his scythe, and for Dragon Ball's got to be the Panty Wish. Next level hater. No. So let me explain. Why that's my favorite moment. So prior to Vegeta getting killed, everybody should know how this whole thing played out. Vegeta got cocky versus Frieza. He let him transform into his final form. Got his ass whooped in typical Vegeta fashion. Was getting tortured, and I'm really speaking more about the manga aspect of it than the anime, but the anime is kind of included in the moment. So he's getting his ass whooped and torture, lassoed by the neck, punched in the gut, you know what I'm saying, punching box. Frieza looking at everybody else like, y'all want some of this too? Them niggas going, no. And he like, all right, that's what I thought. You know what I'm saying? He giving Vegeta the business, you know what I'm saying? Wedgie, he gave him a wedgie, a little noogie, spit on, stepped on that nigga. He was doing all kinds of diabolical shit to him. And honestly, if I was a Vegeta fan, I would have been appalled by it. But like I said, I'm not too much of a fan of him. So for me, this shit was hitting like crack. I'm not gonna lie to you. That shit was hitting like crack, nigga. Listen, Vegeta was killing the Namekians. So I already didn't fuck with old boy. And then he was getting cocky versus Frieza. And then he let Frieza transform into his last transformation. Listen, I was at that point, even though I wasn't rooting for Frieza, I was like, fuck Vegeta. So when he was getting his ass boxed the fuck up, I don't even got my props. I'm up here. I forgot. I packed up all my stuff. I ain't got my props. But I was up there. The finest of packs. I was smoking this pack. You know what I'm saying? Light that shit up. I was smoking his pack. But what made that shit so much funnier, and the reason why I can't stop smiling anytime I think about that shit, is what Vegeta was saying. When bro, so Vegeta got his ass whooped, right? So at this point, he gotta say something. So what does Vegeta resort to? He resorts to hyping up his mans, who wasn't even his mans, but he gotta hype up somebody. Next in line, Goku. He hyping Goku. Kakarot has become what you feared the most, Frieza. A Super Saiyan. Huh? That's right, Frieza. They do exist. I pray that I get to see the look of agony on your face when he destroys you. When Frieza killed this nigga for dick riding, for glazing a little too much, tears. I had tears in my eyes. I said, this is villainy. I said, this is the apex of villainy. Finally, shut your ass up. Stop glazing. Oh, man. It was poetry at work. Frieza was listening to that speech like, man, get off that nigga dick. Pew! Oh my god, dog. I was in there. Oh my god, bro. Oh, that had to be my favorite moment, man. I Yeah, I for the most part, a lot of my favorite moments are when people get their ass beat. But if I was picking like a non-hater moment, it would. If I was picking like a non-hater moment, it would probably be when Hercule got everybody to put their hands up for the Genki Dama. When Goku, when Vegeta, when Goku was asking for everybody's help, Vegeta failed, and then Mr. Satan or Hercule got everybody to help. It was a great character moment for him. If I was picking a non-hater moment, but in general, I tend to be a little more sadistic. So whenever someone get their ass beat really bad, that's probably going to be one of my favorite moments. For full transparency, or for full fairness, I even like when Cell beat up Piccolo, and I like Piccolo, but when Piccolo got his ass whooped by Cell, and I'm talking about first form Cell, when Piccolo got his ass beat by Cell, and then Cell put the motherfucking key blast to his belly and blasted his stupid ass, and then threw him in the water, and it had Piccolo looking like he looked like Curry with the shot sinking in the ocean, bruh. That shit had me dying, dog. I gotta play that scene, bruh. That shit was hilarious, bruh. Dying of laughter, bro. Let me read some of the comments, bro. Because I went on the screen. Nah, but Frieza killing Vegeta was actually a great one because of him begging Goku to kill Frieza. Bro, come on, man. Not your favorite moment. Vegeta getting hold. He hold himself. Bro, I honestly thought you already read my comment when you were talking about his sacrifice. He was flexing on a hold on. That was a really good impression for a Vegeta hater. That's me when Obito died. I know everyone is talking about Dragon Ball, but he really did character designs for the most popular RPG in Japan with Dragon Quest and what many consider the greatest game ever in Dragon Quest. Do you have a favorite character in Dragon Ball? Take a guess. It's really easy to guess who's my favorite character in Dragon Ball. It's very easy. You'll if you don't get it in the first try, you'll probably get it in the second try. Well, okay, so here's the thing. It's different in Z than it is in regular Dragon Ball. In OG Dragon Ball, it's a different character. That's because, yeah. But in Z, yeah. I want people to take their guesses first before I say. Let me show that scene of Piccolo getting boxed up by Cell really quick, because that was honestly hilarious too, y'all. Actually, I think I said it on Twitter, so let me see if I can find it on X.com. X. Let's see. Because then I could find the uncut up clip. Oh no. I don't think I posted a video on X.com. I probably did it on Discord though. Let's see. Any guesses though as to who's my favorite character in Dragon Ball? You could guess OG Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, whatever the case may be. Gohan up to Super Saiyan 2. Now that you mentioned Gohan, that's not right, but I've always been a defender of Great Saiyan and Gohan though. But that's not right. It's not Gohan. It's not any version of Gohan. Shouts out to Gohan though. Bulma? That's a good guess, but it's not Bulma. Yours is Goku. It's not Goku. Bulma's a really good guess though. Trunks, I guess, is Trunks. It's future Trunks. Yeah, Carrion's right. It's future Trunks. The reason why Trunks is my favorite character is very simple. It's because after all of what I was enduring with Dragon Ball Z, with characters letting the villains get transformations and them dicking around and not fighting to their full potential all the time, it was really refreshing to have a character that was no nonsense and just didn't play that type of way. It was, I mean, Frieza showed up talking shit. What did Trunks do? Get your ass out of here. King Cold. Oh, this is a nice sword, but I'm sure you're not shit with it. Boxed out of there. Get your ass out of there. Two, what could have been big. I mean, they weren't going to be big threats anymore since Goku leveled up, but people that would have been big threats otherwise, if it wasn't for Goku, Trunks, Vegeta, out of there. Easy. No other transformations. Get your ass out of here. And he was trying to do that with the androids too, until Vegeta kept on them. So, but now you kind of see why I don't like Vegeta as much, but I would like Trunks. Piccolo, Lunch is my favorite character in OG Dragon Ball. Yeah, Lunch. Trunks, drippy as fuck, burning attack. When you said two different characters, OG and Z, it was obvious. Kid Goku, OG Dragon Ball. Kai? It's Lunch in OG Dragon Ball, and then Trunks and Z. I'm still looking for this. Okay, I think I found it. Did I not post the video? Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Oh, here it is. Here it is. I found it. Here it is, y'all. This is fucking hilarious. This makes my day.
Run 17 now! Run 17 now! Oh.
He broke his fucking neck. Oh my god, bro. And then Cell said, I don't want to even absorb you, bro. And just put a key blast to his belly, bro. Dog.
Run 17 now!
I could absorb you, Piccolo. But I have all that I need of your being in my cell structure already. You are of no value to me anymore. You are just refuse. Goodbye.
No!
What a beast! What a beast! Oh my. Oh my god, bro. What a beast. One more time, bro. Oh shit.
No! What a beast!
Oh my god. Why did he do this? Why did he do this? Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. This shit was comedy, bro. What is good? KHVS. What happened? Creator, well, I don't know what you're talking about specifically, but if you're talking about why the stream is, it's the creator of Dragon Ball, Akira Toriyama, passed away today, or I guess yesterday, unfortunately. He clocked the shit out of him. Their power level so low. I miss how brutal old school DBZ was. Why Piccolo so sassy? What's good, Gianni? Oh man. Oh man. All right. So yeah. I don't even know where to go with this. I had my good laugh now. I mean, I guess we can just do favorite anythings. I already told y'all my favorite saga. If you ask me, in Dragon Ball Z is Saiyan Saga. I felt like that arc I probably have the least amount of complaints about. That's not to say like your favorite arc has to be flawless or anything like that. I don't think it's flawless necessarily. It's just that I truly did not have any major issues with that arc. I think it was cohesive. I think for the most part, things made sense. I think the only thing you could maybe complain about is the big power jump that everybody got initially when they were fighting Nappa is actually pretty crazy considering the amount of training they had with King Ka. But other than that, yeah, nothing too wild happened in comparison to other arcs where that's in other arcs you started to get the Zenkai boost and other like crazy plot conveniences and stuff like that. Saiyan Saga was pretty solid. I really liked in that arc this sense of accomplishment everybody had when they beat Vegeta, or I guess it was like more of like a sigh of relief because it's not like they killed him; they just fended him off. It took so much. It was Goku going Kaioken times 20 times, hold the 10 to the power of 20. Great 8 Gohan. Oh my god. Jesus Christ. Why am I forgetting his name? Vegeta going great 8. Yajirobe sneaking in the cut. Oh, don't forget Krillin with his Destructo disc. It actually felt like that. I felt like that was the first and last time the Z Fighters were relevant as a collective. After that arc, they were pretty much done. It was done. It was done. It was basically if you're not directly a Saiyan or Piccolo, you are cooked. Favorite couple, canon or non-canon? Couple? Favorite couple? I'm not that big of a fan of romance in Dragon Ball. I'll probably pick Videl and Gohan just because they feel like a real couple, you know what I mean? I don't like the idea. I think everybody warmed up to it eventually, but I don't like the initial idea of Bulma and Vegeta. It just happened, so again, everybody kind of just rolled with it, but I truly don't think I like the foundation of that couple. And then Goku and Chi-Chi, it's kind of cool them as adults, but again, how that whole thing started was kind of weird. I don't really think I like that. But Gohan and Videl is just kind of like, yo, they went to the same high school. They both were fighting crime. And they got together, you know what I mean? Simple shit. No real major issues. I like it. Gohan and Videl. Late night stream. Yeah, I was just paying my respects to Akira Toriyama and whatnot. What's good, Choco? I do got to get sleep. I got to work in like 4 hours or so, and I didn't sleep yet. If y'all got any more favorite questions or whatever, throw them my way. I'll probably stream for another 15, 20 minutes. I didn't like Bulma and Vegeta either, but they were... But hey, we got Trunks. I feel it. Damn, I just seen the news, yo. It's crazy, man. Post-COVID hasn't been kind, man. Takahashi, creator of Yu-Gi-Oh!, Dragon Ball. You know, 2 big influences in my childhood, you know what I mean? Super crazy. Super crazy. Also, shout out to Yajirobe. I wish he was used in Z other than the whole Vegeta thing. I don't know, kids who only watch Z, and forgive me for sounding like an old man, but I get to say this since I actually read Dragon Ball. But kids, they won't understand how cold Yajirobe really was. Y'all know how crazy it was that Goku, this little Saiyan alien monkey nigga who was trained by someone who was regarded as one of the best martial artists in the world, and who was trained by another crazy martial artist, that being Grandpa Gohan. It's crazy to think that he was trained and did all this stuff, fought all these niggas, and then you got the King Piccolo arc, and then he goes on this island, and there's just this fat nigga. Eating dinosaurs with a sword on his hip that's just as strong as him. That's crazy. His base strength is insane. He was Goku level without any of that other crazy training he had. I like that idea too. Having this fat Ronin who was just as strong as Goku, but we never really followed through on that, so it is what it is. Really just some random fat nigga, man. Gajio and Levy is kind of like the new wave version of Vegeta X Bulma. Yajirobe before the one of Piccolo's children with ease, I swear. Yo, he was cold. He wasn't really doing much after that, but he was cold. Shout out to Frieza, man. He called the people 8s and a top 3 villain ever. What's good, Josh? Opinions on Yamcha. I don't really got no feelings towards Yamcha. I don't got no feelings towards Yamcha, even reading Dragon Ball. He does not move me. He deserved to lose Bulma. He really don't got motion like that, bro. I'm sorry to all Yamcha fans. He really do not got motion like that at all. He just, you know what I mean? And it's probably because I like Bulma too, so I'm kind of like, you know what I mean? I don't want Bulma to get with a bum nigga. Sure, she got with an evil person, and you can say that's bad or whatever, but at least he ain't Yamcha. Shit. Man. Yamcha just ain't moving me, man. I don't know what to say. I truly don't know what to say, bro. I guess. He a nice guy, I guess. That's cold but true. he just don't move me, man. Shout out to Bulma though. Genius, young genius. Stayed relevant. Oh man. Any more questions though? Favorite anything within Dragon Ball? I'll try to answer it to the best of my ability. No one's asked this, but my favorite Dragon Ball game is or was, I shouldn't say was, because it could change depending on if I play it again. It was Dragon Ball Z it was Dragon Ball Z Tenkaichi 2. The one that had like this board game look to it. I played that like a year ago or so too. I replayed it. That game was wild because it had niggas in sagas that shouldn't have been there. Like I think Frieza was in the Saiyan saga for no reason. I was like, wait, why is this nigga here? That shit was crazy, bruh. Did Krillin deserve Android 18? Deserve? I think that's the wrong question. I think the question should be, did Android 18 deserve Krillin? Did Android 18 deserve Krillin? Not really. But it happened. The reason I say that is because I know Krillin's reason for doing it was because he was simping. But I mean, he saved an android, which in a previous timeline was murking the shit out of everybody and had a lot of potential to, killed pretty much everybody that wasn't named Goku, Vegeta, or Trunks in that current timeline on their side. And who, of course, if absorbed by Cell, could boost his power. And he chose not to press the button. So, yeah, the question should be, does 18 deserve Krillin? Because Krillin is the prize in that situation. I know a lot of people like to hype 18 up as the prize because of how she looks and everything like that. But I mean, and this is kindness is going to outweigh looks. You know what I mean? Literally saved her life. So does 18 deserve Krillin? Budokai. In terms of looks, Marin top one. Marin. Is that the blue hair girl that's I think that's like a filler character. Let me see. Yeah, this is definitely like a filler character. While I did read Dragon Ball, I did not watch the anime for it. So, in terms of looks, if I'm talking about anything Dragon Ball related, I got lunch over everybody. Come on, man, blonde lunch. That's what I got. Lunch. They call her lunch for a reason. Cause I'ma eat it. Ah! Favorite Dragon Ball OST? I don't know. It's been like I said, I've read Dragon Ball, but it's been a minute since I watched the anime, so it'd be hard to pick a soundtrack that's my favorite. I do remember I played, what was it called? Dragon Ball Z Boo's Fury a lot, so I remember the soundtracks off of that. So if I had to pick a soundtrack from from this game, let me see. What was the ones I liked? I do like the Super Saiyan 3 theme. Oh, you know what? You know what theme I used to like? I think it was the imperfect Cell theme that I like. Yeah. Perfect Cell theme hits too, but let me see. But I think I like the imperfect Cell theme. Krillin's so much of a Giga Chad, he named his daughter after his ex with no shame. Not canon. Is the comedy OG Dragon Ball too out of pocket for today's standards? Roshi was a menace. No. Like it's definitely deplorable, but it's still shit that's coming out. Like that time I got reincarnated as. I mean, they had that isekai anime where the dude was like a dog looking up high school girls' skirts. So if they could put stuff like that, and they got like 12 episodes, they could put stuff out like that. I'm sure they can. I'm sure there's a place for Roshi to be asking for underage girls' panties and whatnot. Not to say that that's a good thing, but to say that that's what the fuck happened, and there's not going to be much uproar about it. So no, it's not too out of pocket. We got any? Wait, did I read that? I think I like, yo, I seen what Josh said, but I didn't even like intentionally skip over it. My brain literally just looked at it, read the whole thing, and then unconsciously just went right past it, bro. Let me in the call. It's no call, Wally. It's no call. Josh, we gotta get you out this Gooner thing, or whatever the fuck happening. Nothing OG Dragon Ball did is worse to Chainsaw Man. Cap. Because Goku was like slapping bitches' pussies for whatever reason. So, yeah. And I think Bulma may have said like a homophobic slur. Or she's definitely said something homophobic. I don't know if it was necessarily a slur, but she definitely said something homophobic about Blue from the Red Ribbon Army. Goku was a naive man. What is good, Kura? But yeah, any more favorite things before I head out? I need to go to sleep. Y'all got like 5 more minutes. Max. OG Dragon Ball is one of the funnest animes out there. I don't think I found it that funny to me as much as I found it just entertaining. Early in Dragon Ball, though, it was pretty funny, though. One of the fights when Krillin was fighting a stinky dude, one of the parts I found so funny, I forgot what that dude's name. It was like something with bacteria in his name. Insert racist Indian joke. But Krillin was fighting him, and the shit was so stupid, bruh. So that dude was so stank, he was using that as a weapon in his fights. Like, that nigga was dirty, bruh. He was digging in his nuts and everything. He was, bruh. But he was so stank, that's how he was bodying niggas. And then he went to fight Krillin, and they about to duke it out, and everybody kind of worried because like, bro, that nigga stank. And they about to fight, right? And then Krillin goes, "Oh shit, I don't even got a nose." That shit was so fucking stupid, bro. I don't even got a nose. And then just beat his ass. I said, all right. I said, all right, you got it, Toriyama. I mean, he was right, though. I ain't even got a nose. Gotenks the best transformation? Hell no. Hell no. Which do you like more, OG Dragon Ball, Magic / Fantasy, or Dragon Ball Z sci-fi focus? Dragon Ball. I like Dragon Ball better than Z in general. But even in the way you frame the question, yeah. I feel like Dragon Ball was always meant to be more of an adventure series than what it ended up becoming, which was more so like this don't even know what you would call Dragon Ball. Like this world ending power fantasy series almost. Now, granted, you had King Piccolo, and you even had Piccolo Jr. at the end of Dragon Ball, which I guess you could say then is when things start to get crazy. So it's not just Z that did all of it. It started in OG Dragon Ball as well. But like, yo, that shit was really, really dead when Frieza came around, dog. A nigga that was like buying planets and just destroying planets with ease and stuff like that. That's when, you know, the stakes were way too high. Yeah, but it always felt like, or it felt like the beginning of it was a silly adventure thing. I'm still not 100. I still got to check out Dr. Slump. I haven't even thought about checking it out. I ain't gonna lie to you. All right, y'all. Last call. I'm gonna wrap things up. Opening up Nikkei so I could do my solo raid stuff. If we don't have any more questions, I want to say once again, rest in peace, Akira Toriyama, impacted my life as well as others. It really can't be stated how much he changed the landscape of manga and anime industry and how much influence he really had. Like, I could talk about it, but I don't think there's anyone that can truly encapsulate what he has done for everybody. Because we kind of see the influences in this manga or that manga we read, but it may be some stuff that maybe not be as obvious to us, or people haven't like directly stated as him being an influence, but I wouldn't be surprised if it was there. At least it sounds like your voice is stronger. I mean, my voice is kind of back as far as the pitch of it. Like, I'm not straining my voice anymore. I'm not talking like in this voice like this. Like, I'm not talking like that anymore. But the only issue is I'm still coughing, and it kind of feels like my voice is drying up. But Saturday I should be good. I'm probably not even going to be streaming Saturday because, as I said in the beginning, you see, I'm moving, so I don't know if I'm gonna have my stuff set up by Saturday or Sunday. We're playing it by ear. If you're in my Discord, you'll know whether or not I'm going to be streaming that day. But if not, then if you don't see me stream by at least like 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, then I'm probably not going to stream on that particular day. But appreciate everybody who showed up. It doesn't look like we got any more questions, so appreciate everybody who commented. Again, rest in peace, Akira Toriyama. Y'all have a nice night, morning, afternoon, wherever you may be. Y'all be easy. Peace. You're
back on a mission to put the power back within myself, back within myself. Back on a mission to put the power back within myself, back within myself. Back on a mission to put the power back within myself, back within myself. Back on a mission to put the power back within myself, back within myself. My days have been crazy, friends acting shady. People say they love me when they really hate me. Only God above me, only He can save me. Been led by the Spirit, fought Voldemort as